Jasmine, thank you very, very much. Well, it's been reported as well, we've narrowly missed recession. We've just missed it, but we did, and this is a good thing, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, yeah. It certainly is a good thing, particularly because not only people in this country, but people around the world, particularly the IMF, have been saying, oh, the UK economy is in a terrible state. It's the worst in the G7. Essentially, we're not going to cope. And the inference, sometimes said, sometimes not said, is that it's because of Brexit.
OK, all right. But this is now what? A bit of a shot in the arm for Brexit Britain?
Yeah, I think it is, actually. It's certainly a shot in the arm for businesses generally, because certainly we've been told over and over that things are terrible, people are not going to spend. And we see, frankly, it is difficult for a lot of people. I mean, I deal with personal finance on the whole. I'm talking to people, who read my website, Money Magpie, or my column in the Daily Mail, who are struggling. So if they're struggling to deal with basic day-to-day bills, then that does mean that they have little or no money extra to spend on fun things, to spend in the shops, spend in the restaurants, cafes, clubs, theatres, etc. So generally speaking, that means that the economy at large is going to suffer. So the fact that, that we've even just stayed at a level rather than going down is frankly a really good sign.
But also, I did hear quite a few Labour MPs piping up on the airwaves earlier on, and they were saying, wow, look, this isn't a win at all, this, because we've just been flatlining, it's been stagnant, they can't bracket this as a win, look at us. And then what they always say, and this gets me, is they go, well, look, for the last 2 and a bit years, it's been a nightmare. Well, yeah, it has. We were locked down for a lot of that. We had to pay for vaccines. We had to pay for all sorts of stuff. Putin's rolled the tanks into Ukraine. People were also moaning about the damage, and I'm air quoting now, that Liz Truss had caused to our economy. And still, we've not gone into a recession. So some people would argue that this is a bit of a win. But what's to come? I want you to look into your crystal ball for me and tell me what's round the corner.
Oh, good question. Oh, yes, absolutely. We should come back in 12 months' time and go, Jasmine, you said this.
We will dredge this clip up, I promise you. So go on, you better get it right.
Yeah, don't I? Well, it's going to be a mix. How about that for a good answer? It's going to be a mix of good and bad. I think that we are going to see in the short term a reduction of inflation, but I think that's a short term thing. What I mean by short term is I think 6 to 12 months. I think after a while, we're going to see prices come back up again later on. And that's largely because of the huge amount of money printing that went on over the last 2 or 3 years, which should never have happened in my view. I think we are going to have some issues, perhaps, again, short term with property, but I think that's going to improve. And I think people are going to be buying houses, buying flats again. So I think gradually we will pick up, but it's going to be a gradual thing. And I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs in it.